Hi there, everyone. Kelsey here again from Redwood Literacy, and I am here to share with you our final unit for our Teachers Pay Teachers store around the Writing Revolution. So if you have the Writing Revolution book, I highly suggest that you take a look at it and check out the chapter 8 around argumentative writing. The units that we have for our Teachers Pay Teachers store are coupled with this unit and also available for you to fill in the blanks with the sorts of content that you've been teaching so that your students really get an opportunity to try out multiple domains of writing within the content that they were studying. So let's dive in to learn a little bit more about the unit. So this unit 8 is all around taking a stand, writing opinion, pro, con, and argumentative essays. So there are multiple structures of writing that your students will learn through this. Our unit this time is paired with student materials all in one because most of the resources that you're going to be using in this unit are ones that you've already had with the other Teachers Pay Teachers resources. So we highly encourage you to check out our bundle. It's available in our Teachers Pay Teachers store, and it has all of the resources that you'll need. Looking into our table of contents, we have our overview of objectives, starting with foundations for argumentative writing. And this can lead in starting from kindergarten all the way up to high school. It depends very much upon your students' background knowledge and the content that they're studying. But ultimately, the goal is for them to be able to distinguish between fact and opinion. There's a couple of games that they'll be playing. Then they're going to start to find supporting details that are going around a debatable topic. So this is where you as an educator are going to pick a topic that your students have a lot of background knowledge on, and that is something that brings a lot of opinions and emotions along with it. Because the goal is for students to be able to take a stand on one side or another. To start, we're just starting out with fact versus opinion so that students know what is available to them and how they can figure out those supporting details from the get-go. After they've done some work on supporting details, they'll then move back into that sentence structure work that you've had throughout the units around conjunctions like because, but, and so. So ultimately, this unit, these students already have a ton of background knowledge on these strategies. The goal here is that it's really focused in on argumentative writing. So all of the work around because, but, so conjunctions is going to just really support them to make their writing awesome. From there, you'll move into some pro and con writing. So take a topic such as the pros and cons of straws, plastic straws. It's a big debatable topic. It's something that kids are very passionate around. And there's tons of resources out there on YouTube, on News ELA, that you can use with your students so that they can gain a lot of background knowledge on both sides. And then they're going to walk through what are the pros of this side and the cons, really proposing the idea that there's a debatable topic and we're not really sure which one to go with, so let's weigh our options here. After that, you're going to move into some meatier work around the multiple paragraph writing. So once students have a good understanding of facts versus opinions, which is a huge 21st century skill, then moving into pros and cons, you're going to eventually move your way into multiple paragraph writing. So using the same structure of MPO from previous units, you're going to practice outlining a thesis, creating an introductory paragraph, and then planning out pro-con MPO, which really they will already have planned out from the previous weeks, from week 4, but this just gives them an opportunity to really solidify their ideas and make sure that they fit exactly what they need. And then finally, this is a big one, especially for middle school and high school, is to be able to back up citations with, claims with citations, paraphrases, and quotations. Big skill that's pretty difficult. So highly encourage you to take a look into that, especially if your students are having trouble with including evidence that is not just their own theories. This is a really good one to look at as an educator. With that, let's take a look into a couple of the different resources that you'll be getting. So for example, with week 1, all around fact and opinion, if I click my little week 1 and bookmark, it'll hop me right on down. And then you have access to a lesson plan. These are modifiable so that you can add in your own content. There's a couple of examples that you can use, but if your students don't know anything about, say, growth mindset or Maya civilization, don't use them. Take the examples that you need for yourself and set out some facts and opinions. And you can even have students create these. So the goal of the fact versus opinion game is to be able to tell the difference and then get students moving so they can crab walk from fact side to opinion side, or twirl, or skip or hop. So really incorporating that multisensory component so that students understand the difference, and then they can back up why something is a fact versus an opinion. This is going to take your students really far. Moving along. Taking a look at supporting details. This is something that students have been doing throughout the units. They've got tons of practice. This is just really giving them the opportunity to place an opinion with something. So selecting an issue that your students really care about. If your students are very frustrated around the pollution in the lake, focus in on that content. Give them the opportunity to become passionate about it. And then dive into that SPO. So ultimately, this unit is going to be a big review over all of the TWR resources and the writing revolution. It just really solidifies it so that students have access to understanding how to propose an idea and to give an argument, because that is a very important lifelong skill that we want for our students to have. With that, all of these resources are available on our Teachers Pay Teachers store through Redwood Literacy. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to email me. Again, my name is Kelsey, and you can contact me at Kelsey, K-E-L-S-E-Y, @redwoodliteracy.com. Have a great day and enjoy these resources.